from my uncle that he is starting to work on my immigration paper to let me in here. Before he got my immigration paper to IRO, the International Refugee Organization, I was picked, everybody was picked sooner or later, to the next group to leave. So we left Abelsberg with a stopover in Salzburg overnight or 2 nights, and, excuse me, then all the way up to Bremen in very early August of 49. August 4th, we were put on boats and shipped to the United States. Half of the boat was American soldiers, isolated from us, half about us. And arriving here August, technically speaking, August 14th, Sunday, but we were here already August 13th, Saturday late afternoon, where all the functionaries, all the people were gone home already, so he couldn't take us off, so we had to spend one night on the boat and admiring and the beauty of the Statue of Liberty and singing and...
Let's just back up a minute. What would you say about the life for over a year in that displaced person camp?
It was normal, absolutely normal. There's a Jewish camp. There were different camps. We were all Jews. I guess there were about 1,800, 2,000 of us. There was cobbler's shop. Oh, by the way, the ORT had a training there where I took a training also on carpentry, more or less, just to up your concept. But mostly I worked in the kitchen. Evening we were free. You courted girls. You played soccer teams. You went to movies. It was normal life, as normally as we can start all over. Mm-hmm. We still had the mental block that no father, no mother. Some of them were lucky enough had a brother or a sister, or even an old mother or father left. Most of them were singles. Naturally, the single you were, the closer you were to each other. Mm-hmm. The life was pretty much normal.
Mm-hmm. How did people change from that sort of dog-eat-dog mentality that you had when things were so horrible? How did people, did they go through a transition from being that way?
If they did, I'm sorry to cutting you while you were talking.
No.
Number one, you try to pick up the chips. Some of them became human beings again. But this time you're not the same guys who you were in the camp with. It's a different group. How did they behave? In their group, we had quite a number of people who never went to camp. They were partisans with the Russian army and the Polish underground. We had many of those. People forget about that time period of your life. You erase, you forget, you abolish. They haven't, nada. Never happened before. You start to be a human being again.
Did you talk about it?
Yes, because some of them, unfortunately, a couple of people, Jewish people, who were caught to being capos in a camp. And they were, but couldn't kill them. I couldn't, but they didn't. So they were isolated. Nobody would talk with them. In my camp, there was only one guy who ran away. We didn't have. But when I came to this country, I heard about 2 other guys. They were isolated. Nobody talked with them. And you didn't kill him because you said he was a dog. He went to the lowest of the lower. But the circumstances brought him to it. Had he been a normal life, maybe he would have been a human being. Mm-hmm. So you just don't know him. Forget it. I don't know this guy. Never heard of him. This was a general life. Coming in a camp, otherwise, as I said before, was normal. Mm-hmm. If you were a horticulturist, you tried to build a little garden for yourself. They had one guy who was very good in music, a violinist. One day a truck pulls in, and they recorded what he played. And we were looking at it. The guy's a violin player. And there's a couple of radios showed up, so we have dance music from Linz or Salzburg or Vienna, or the international soccer games we lived by, and that was it, basically.
Yeah. And people were courting each other. There was.
Oh yes, there was even a few. Well, I spent a year and a half. It's enough time to meet a girl, fall in love, and to marry her, and they did. It did. And in fact, 1 or 2 babies were born. Now this was taken in the hospital we didn't have. They had in Austrian hospitals, and they were so nice, so courteous to come in to have a baby. While in Vienna in the 3 months, I hurt my eye. And later I couldn't see through that for about a day and a half. They took me to the hospital. And it's all German doctors. You should have thought that the king of I don't know who comes in. Boy, there's a tension because a Jewish refugee, a Holocaust survivor. And probably their conscience were bothering. They had excellent treatment and so what is here. But otherwise, a normal life. And the thing, of course, while then we left. We put on a boat. The name of the boat, I remember, was General Stuart Heinzelmann. He was one of those guys in Lafayette's time who was, I think, German origin or Swiss, and came to fight the United States. We got a boat for it.
And it was a troop ship.
We know, but we didn't see them. We had our own game. We had a ping pong tournament, we had a chess tournament, and they showed us movies. And this is the first time I heard about and I saw about baseball. The life of Babe Ruth, who was played by, if I believe correctly, William Bendix. I think he was Babe Ruth. We were standing there like a bunch of nuts. Baseball. You threw a ball, you hit the ball. If you need it, well, you're throwing it away. If you don't need it, well, you run after to catch it. Go figure this crazy ball. So we were sitting there and watching it. This is the first time I heard about baseball. Later when I came here, I met my cousin. I told him about baseball. I said, you know about baseball? So I don't know about baseball. I tell you what I know, and I told him. It took about 3 seconds. And this otherwise was, as I said, we had the chess tournament. This was, by the way, an interfaith group, not only Jewish people. We had a couple of Russian guys who were very good in chess, beat everybody in chess. And we had a ping pong tournament. That was very interesting because the ping pong ball fell under the couch. You had to wait till the ball shifts the other side for the ball to come out. Both because and we got seasick the first day. We took from all places, the English Channel had the tremendous. After that, the sea was calm, and we had the 8 or 9 beautiful day, like how you call it, love boat.
Oh.
Yeah, the love boat.
In August.
In August. Food they gave us, those ones who were strictly kosher, we were limited, because they didn't have, well, there were a handful of us. They didn't have kosher food per se. They had a couple of cans. So we did with fresh fruit. This is August. Orange and banana. Orange, banana. What the heck do you see this in Romania or Hungary?
Had you ever seen that before?
Seen it, yes. But when I tell you an interrupting thing, I never forget. This I tell over my bar mitzvah, which is 13 years old. One of the nicest presents I got, a grapefruit. Now, if I tell these people laugh, that's a bar mitzvah present. But 1938 in Romania, in March, to get a grapefruit. There was a friend of my mother's, may she rest in peace, Aunt Rose, we called her Aunt, she was a relative. Where the heck she got that grapefruit in 1938 March in Romania, I don't know till today. But you know what that means? It's like I saw this friend of mine eating a green pepper in January. We were in a first or second or third grade. I mean, it's unbelievable, incomprehensible. A green pepper, a grapefruit in March in 1938 in Romania. This I never forget. It was the nicest bar mitzvah present I got. Mm-hmm. So on a boat, yes, we know about fruit. If you're very wealthy, you bought fruit more often. Once in a while, my father, may God rest his soul, would bring home oranges, tangerines, figs, dates. Not so much bananas. This I remember, bananas, not so much. But tropical fruit, yes, we had. Never grapefruit. Only this is the only time. So we know. So on a boat, we had bread, we had butter, and the fresh fruit, and the few cans they had kind of a meat or whatever. It was kosher. And that was our ration and food. Those who ate everything, they had the good stuff. They had good meat and get scrambled eggs in the morning. We couldn't eat it because the oil or the fat was fried. It wasn't kosher, etc. We survived it. We can't. And we're here to talk about it.
Uh-huh. How did you feel coming to America?
Wonderful, excited, hopeful for the future. What is the word I'm looking for? Good, okay. There's a word I'm looking for now. I know whatever